Would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. That was one lie Jeffrey Epstein got caught telling. But the real lie, the one that's still happening today, isn't being told in a courtroom. It's being told from the White House podium. It's a lie so big, it requires the President of the United States to personally bury the evidence. This isn't a political scandal. This is a hostage situation. And the whole world needs to understand who's really in charge. Forget everything you think you know about the Epstein case. We're not here to talk about a list of names. We're here to connect three undeniable dots. A blackmailer with ties to foreign spies. A president with a documented secret relationship with that blackmailer. And an active, ongoing cover-up led by that same president. Connect those three dots, and you don't get a scandal. You get a national security crisis. It started with a lie so blatant, it was almost an insult.
Look, this is a Democrat hoax. This is a hoax put out by the Democrat. I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden
There are no files, the president said. But we now know that while he was saying that, the FBI had already combed through those same files and told him his name was all over them. His Department of Justice then shut down the investigation. And the very next day, the Prime Minister of Israel was welcomed into the White House. This isn't a sequence of events, it's a statement of priorities. So why the lie? Because the clean break between them was a myth. And the emails are the proof. A 2017 visit to Epstein's home, so expected that other guests had to reschedule around the president. His inner circle, in 2015, discussing a cabinet position for Epstein in a future Trump administration. This wasn't an old friendship, it was a current, active, and hidden relationship. But this was no ordinary friendship. In their private emails, Epstein and his circle don't talk about Trump as a friend. They talk about him as a target. Epstein himself writes, "I know how dirty Donald is," and brags, "I am the one able to take him down." He says there is not one decent cell in his body. His associate, Michael Wolff, outlines a plan to either hang Trump with the truth or save him to generate a debt. This is the language of blackmail. They weren't just keeping secrets, they were building a leash. And every leash has a holder. So, who was on the other end? The evidence doesn't point to a rival corporation or a political party. It points directly to a foreign government. Leaked emails prove Jeffrey Epstein's role went far beyond party host. He was a full-blown agent of influence for Israeli intelligence. His partner in this was Ehud Barak, the former prime minister and head of Israeli military intelligence. Look at this. In one email, Epstein isn't just talking to Barak, he's coaching him. He's giving him strategic advice on Iran, Syria, and Russia. He's even editing his language on chemical weapons, telling him to drop 20th century phrases. This isn't a social connection, this is an operational one. A former Israeli prime minister is taking geopolitical direction from Jeffrey Epstein together. They operated as shadow diplomats. Epstein used his network of global elites to secretly broker a security agreement between Israel and Mongolia. This wasn't a simple introduction. He was deep in the negotiations, facilitating a deal between governments. But that was just the start. Their next project was in the Ivory Coast. There, Epstein and Barak brokered a deal for Israel to install a mass surveillance system, a system designed to monitor the entire country's phone and internet traffic. The result? The Ivorian president used this Israeli technology to ban public protests, arrest dissenters, and crush opposition. He didn't just sell them security, he helped them build a digital dictatorship. Let's be clear, This is what state-level espionage looks like in the 21st century. You don't just steal documents, you compromise key figures and broker power. For Epstein, the blackmail wasn't the end goal. It was the product, and the client was the Israeli state. And the secrets he collected on people like Donald Trump were his most valuable currency in this high-stakes game. This brings us to the multi-billion-dollar question. If the president is innocent, why is he acting so guilty? Why pressure his own allies in Congress to block the release of these files? Why is the ringleader, Ghislaine Maxwell, being given preferential treatment in prison? The answer is terrifyingly simple. The cover-up isn't just to hide a crime, it's to hide the fact that the president is compromised. He is not in control. He is being controlled. He is protecting the very system that has power over him. So, let's be clear about what we're looking at. This is not about left versus right. This is about the integrity of the most powerful office on earth.